When you're diagnosed with this disease, and I've had it now going on 8 years, you have to have the right mindset because the disease itself is devastating. And if you let your mind think negatively about it and you don't attack it the way it's attacking you, you will go downhill. I mean, that's just unfortunate. If you exercise and you move your body and you keep yourself going and you put a positive mindset on this and you say, you know what, I have MS, but I'm going to beat this thing and I'm going to fight this thing, you will be able to beat it and you will be able to fight it.
Hi, I'm Darren Barnes. I'm the Director of Fitness for the MS Fitness Challenge. I've been involved with David Lyons and the MS Fitness Challenge since day one. What started out as one man's fight has turned into a mission to help as many people as possible. We're changing lives on a daily basis.
What I really want from this is personal training to show me what exercises are good, what exercises I should avoid, and to really help me push my limits even further.
I think it's important for other people to join the fitness challenge just so that they know that their limitations can be pushed forward, that they don't have to let themselves think that I'm sick and I'm going to just die with it.
Why can't we get personal trainers for people to teach them how to work out, because a lot of them are scared and they need more direction because they have physical limitations and it's very discouraging. So I thought, well, let's get a personal trainer to get them up and get them out and to focus on what they can do, not on what they can't do.
MS is a terrible disease to have to fight. So the movement of the body and putting in great supplements and nutrition and eating right and living a healthy lifestyle is always the best way to fight MS and to beat the disease.
As the Director of Fitness, I'm here to help support, to help guide, to create programming, to help with nutrition guidance and all the different things that we've found out over time that has helped battle MS. And we're educating trainers so we can reach as many people as possible.
You know, my husband sat me down and said, hey, you know, you're going to put yourself in a wheelchair here. If you don't change what's happening here, you will end up in a wheelchair. You need to fight this thing. You need to ask God what He's going to help you and what He's going to show you through this. You need to do something. And at that point I realized, you know, for my kids, for my family, I need to not give in to this disease. I need to fight this, and where it's going to start is here.
I'm hoping for more stamina, I think, and just to feel stronger, like for everyday living things. Be healthy.
Anything you can do to make it easier on yourself and better for your body, especially to recover from an exacerbation, I think is important. If you start off in better shape, you're more likely to recover. If you have relapsing remitting, you're more likely to get back to a better shape than if you aren't doing something about it.
I signed up today because I knew the exercise, and ironically, I had an appointment with my neurologist a week or so ago, and we were sitting there talking, and she said, you need to exercise, because I haven't been doing that at all. And so I said, okay, and then I saw this, and I'm like, perfect. This is perfect, so I'm going to do it.
It's important to be as active as possible and, you know, push yourself and challenge yourself. Don't let it defeat you.
If you have a positive outlook and you move and you get into the gym, you start working with trainers and you do the things that live a more productive life, that'll help you with the emotional part of MS. So it's a combination. It's not just physical and not just emotional. They work hand in hand together.
One of the things I'm hoping to get out of the MS Fitness Challenge is my self-confidence back, help with my balance, trying to get back. I have a 13-year-old daughter. I'm trying to be able to walk down the aisle when she gets married. So if you don't, if you don't use it, you lose it. And I don't want to end up from the lazy boy to the wheelchair. So I figured it's finally time to do it.
I think it's important for people to join the MS Fitness Challenge so that they can keep going. The more you exercise, your brain and your body, the longer you're going to keep going. Go, go, go. Keep walking, keep exercising, and keep thinking.
You have to have the right attitude to be able to beat this. And the only way to do that is to start somewhere. And the MS Fitness Challenge is the perfect place to start. exercise has to be, in my mind, one of the most important things that anybody with any type of debilitation, whether it's MS or Parkinson's or they're diagnosed with cancer, exercise is one of the most important things that you can do. On 8 years, you have to have the right mindset because the disease itself is devastating. And if you let your mind think negatively about it and you don't attack it the way it's attacking you, you will go downhill. I mean, that's just unfortunate. If you exercise and you move your body and you keep yourself going and you put a positive mindset on this and you say, you know what, I have MS, but I'm going to beat this thing and I'm going to fight this thing, you will be able to beat it and you will be able to fight it. Because not only does it get you moving and it gets the body functioning well, is emotionally it creates a positive mindset. So when Kendra, my wife, came to me and said, let's create.
I struggle with some spasticity in my lower legs and extremities. I get that MS hug a lot, and I also have a lot of fatigue and a lot of cognitive issues.
Some of the symptoms that I started with was tingling on my left side, weakness, kind of, just not feeling right. The symptoms I have with multiple sclerosis now are weakness, fatigue, balance issues, the tingling in my arm, primarily on the left side. My leg, I have foot drop. You name it. I'm kind of the little bit of everything.
When you're diagnosed with this disease, and I've had it now going on 8 years, you have to have the right mindset because the disease itself is devastating. And if you let your mind think negatively about it and you don't attack it the way it's attacking you, you will go downhill. I mean, that's just unfortunate.
And actually, I became numb from the waist down, and that was my first diagnosis.
I was diagnosed with MS in 2007.
I was diagnosed in February of 2009.
Over time, since we began this challenge, we've discovered the benefits of fitness and exercise in battling MS, and now we're trying to reach as many people and change as many lives as possible. So that's what brings us here to our second event at Cardio House Fitness in Kissimmee, and we're trying to change 25 more lives right here today.
My name is Kristen Hayden.
Okay. What symptoms do you struggle with on a daily basis? Okay. What are you hoping to get out of the MS Fitness Challenge? Why did you join?
I'm hoping for more stamina, I think, and just to feel stronger, like for everyday living things.
Okay.
Be healthy.
Why do you think that the MS Fitness Challenge is important for people with MS?
I think exercise is important for people with MS. I think that it helps with their movement, and it helps a lot with spasticity, and it helps a lot with fatigue. You know, I've exercised before, and I know. I think the challenge is kind of exciting because it brings everybody in to, a good incentive. My girlfriend called me and was like, "This is just what I needed. I needed like somebody to get me off the couch and say, come on in, you can do it." So that's why
That's excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, and after what symptoms was happening at that time?
The symptom that had them diagnose me was I had very bad tremors in my right hand.
Okay, and then what symptoms are you struggling with on a daily basis?
The tremors in my right hand, and then my balance is very poor. I fall a lot. So that's pretty much the main symptoms.
Okay. What are you hoping that the MS Challenge will do for you? Why did you sign up today?
I signed up today because I need the exercise, and ironically, I had an appointment with my neurologist a week or so ago, and we were sitting there talking, and she said, "You need to exercise."
Wow.
Because I haven't been doing that at all. And so I said, okay, and then I saw for this, and I'm like, perfect. This is perfect, so I'm going to do it. Exercise is very important, I believe. I think if I was exercising more, I wouldn't be so weak. Because I tend to be weak. I'm weak more on the right side than the left. And it may not seem like much, but if I'm in the shower and I get weak, if I'm trying to get out the shower, I'll fall, which actually happened last night. So, and I think because I was just so weak, I'm trying to hold on to the bar, but I didn't have the strength to hold on. So I think that exercise is going to be very important.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
it'll keep my mind working too.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
It'll keep my mind working.
Yeah, it definitely helps with the cognitive for
Yes.
sure, and
I
exercise.
do have cognitive issues.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Anything else you want to add?
I just want to get started, and I want to lose weight, so I'd be able to look pretty good for my daughter's wedding, which is coming up in July. And hopefully, with the exercise, I know there's no cure for MS, but I'm hoping that it will strengthen me so I won't fall at her wedding. That's my main goal right now.
Thank you.
So
And then he'll let
I'm
you
Roland.
know. Okay. So can you tell us your name, please?
My name is Michelle
And-
Uhas.
Okay. And when were you diagnosed?
The same week as 9/11, 2001.
I'm sorry, that was my bad. Yeah. How are you? Can you repeat it
My name is Michelle Uhas.
And one more time.
again?
My name is Michelle Uhas.
And Michelle, when were you diagnosed with multiple sclerosis? What symptoms were you having that diagnosed you?
I actually didn't have any symptoms. I went into the emergency room with a migraine because I had them for quite a long time and pretty regularly was in the ER. And they ended up doing a CAT scan, which led to an MRI, which led to my doctor calling me into his office. And I didn't know he had an office in the building, that we actually had chairs in. But he said I have MS.
Wow. Okay. What symptoms do you struggle with on a daily basis now?
Mostly fatigue and cognitive issues, short-term memory type things, focus. I've had some symptoms where I lost feeling in my leg or spasms in my hands, but it's mostly the cognitive side.
Okay. What are you hoping to get out of the MS Fitness Challenge? Why did you join?
Basically to build up stamina, lose fat, because I've lost weight recently, but it doesn't seem to just be fat, so that needs to go away. And just be in better shape for if the inevitable, well, I guess it's not inevitable, but if it comes, that I can handle it better and recuperate faster.
Okay. Why do you think that people should join the MS Fitness Challenge?
Anything you can do to make it easier on yourself and better for your body, especially to recover from an exacerbation, I think is important. If you start off in better shape, you're more likely to recover. If you have relapsing remitting, you're more likely to get back to a better shape than if you aren't doing something about it.
That was great. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Repeat the question back. I'm
Sorry
so
about
sorry about that.
It's
Just-
just, I don't know if you
No,
want
at
me
least
to
we have just
elaborate or
no,
what.
yeah, just go with it. Say as much as you want, as long as you want. Just make sure you repeat the question back to me.
Okay.
And I hope it
She's a
wasn't.
triathlete. She doesn't know how to use a microphone, you know?
Thanks. Yeah, well, you'll pay for that later. Okay. Okay, you ready?
Ready?
Okay, can you tell us your name, please?
Hi, my name is Kathy Kalish.
Okay. And Kathy, when were you diagnosed with multiple sclerosis?
I was it was on a holiday weekend. I didn't know what to do, and I really had no idea what was happening to me.
What were the symptoms that you're experiencing?
At the time, it was mostly sensory. It was very strong in the numbness and tingling areas, and I was losing my balance. I just didn't know what was going on. The last thing in my mind was that it was MS, but it took a lot of testing, and it took almost 6 months before they were actually able to identify what it was.
Okay. And what are some of the symptoms that you experience with multiple sclerosis?
So recently,
Make sure you say, I'm going to ask you again and just say some of the symptoms. Okay, what are some of the symptoms you experience with multiple sclerosis?
Okay, some of the symptoms since then that I've been experiencing is optic neuritis. That
Can you say some of the symptoms of MS I've been experiencing?
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, thank you.
That's okay. Some of the MS symptoms that I've experienced since then would be optic neuritis, and many times it's it has to do with my balance, and I can't walk because I can't balance myself. I walk into walls, and sometimes it's just a matter of not being able to take a step because it feels like I'm going to step off a curb and there's no curb there. So it throws my balance off. I have a hard time walking. I use a cane when that happens.
Okay. What are you hoping to get out of the MS Fitness Challenge?
Recently,
I'm hoping.
Oh yes.
That's
I'm
okay. I have to
trying.
do this with everybody, or not.
That's
I already keep
okay.
forgetting to do it. So what are you hoping to get out of the MS Fitness Challenge?
Okay, I'm hoping that the MS Fitness Challenge is able to help me with strengthening areas of my walking and my ability to control my feet and my ankles, and just strengthen those in particular, because it's just something that I know in the long run it's going to further my ability to be normal. I just don't want to get to the point where I feel like I have to sit in a wheelchair, and I just don't want to. I want to prevent that.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think it's important for other people to join the MS Fitness Challenge?
I think it's important for other people to join the fitness challenge just so that they know that their limitations can be pushed forward, that they don't have to let themselves think that I'm sick and I'm going to just die with it. It's still very possible to create a better fitness rather than just allow it to hurt yourself.
No, that's good. That's good. Thank you so much. I'm sorry we had to keep stopping you.
That's
kind of
okay.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah. That was,
Off and running.
okay.
What's the level at, actually?
That I don't know anything about.
Cool. All right, we're solid. Mic on too?
Okay, we're good.
All right, here we go. We're golden.
Okay. All right. Can you tell us your name, please?
Hi, my name is Deborah Swift.
Okay. And how were you diagnosed with multiple sclerosis?
I was driving along to...
Okay, I was
Excuse me.
diagnosed. Okay,
Thank you.
that's okay.
I
Okay.
was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis after I realized I had developed some vision issues. Not the typical vision issues, though. I was driving to work one day, and as I turned my head left to right, I discovered I had like two pictures, one on top of another, and I thought that was very odd. I went to the optometrist. He couldn't find anything. Finally wound up in the neuro-ophthalmologist office. He didn't spot anything, and it finally took a trip to Johns Hopkins, where their crack team over there finally found that I had vertical diplopia, which turned out to be caused by a brainstem lesion. And so after that, I slowly began having numbness on the top of my head, which has since spread down the top of my head to my spine, excuse me.
Okay. And what other symptoms do you experience with multiple sclerosis?
I experience several different symptoms at any given time. Sometimes they appear all together and sometimes randomly. I have numbness, tingling. It feels sometimes like you're wearing socks and gloves, where you're tingling all the way up to the top of your thigh, the top of your arm. Severe fatigue some days. You can sleep as much as 18 hours some days when you're truly having a bad day. Cognition. Sometimes word retrieval is difficult. Remembering things, short-term memory. And just tired. Just
Okay.
tired.
Okay. What are you hoping to get out of the MS Fitness Challenge?
I am hoping to rev up my motor so that I can be more fit, have better
I'm
cognition.
so sorry. I'm hoping that
I'm
the MS
sorry,
Fitness
sweetie.
Challenge. Okay. So what do you hope to get out of the MS Fitness Challenge?
I hope to get out of the MS Fitness Challenge better cardio, better muscle strength, and better cognition.
Okay. Why do you think it's important for people to join the MS Fitness Challenge?
I think it's important for people to join the MS Fitness Challenge so that they can keep going. The more you exercise your brain and your body, the longer you're going to keep going. Go, go, go. Keep walking, keep exercising, and keep thinking.
Excellent. I love you.
I am rolling.
Okay. Okay, so what is your name?
My name is Dan Krzyzanowski.
Okay. And when were you diagnosed with multiple sclerosis?
October 3rd,
I was diagnosed. Okay, so I'm going to ask you again, and then make sure you're looking at me, not at the camera, okay? When were you diagnosed with multiple sclerosis?
I was diagnosed October 3rd, 2005.
Okay, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I'm sorry, I know, it's a pain, I know. Okay.
You just have to have it, you know why, Dan? Because when we use the clips, if I use it separately, it could be, I've got cancer. They don't know if I'm saying I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. They might think, well, what was he diagnosed with?
Can I say MS or?
Yeah, because the clips might be used in parts sometimes or in a whole, you know, so. Okay, so let's start over. So, what is your name?
My name is Dan Krzyzanowski.
Okay, and when were you diagnosed with multiple sclerosis? Okay, and what diagnosed you with MS? What happened?
Some of the symptoms that I started with was tingling on my left side, weakness, kind of, you know, just not feeling right. And then when I ended up, the main thing was when I drove home one day from work, and on my left side, it was almost like I was wearing sunglasses, but I wasn't wearing sunglasses. It was just that shade. My vision was shaded on my left side. So between the vision, my arm, and my leg, I thought it was a pinched nerve. When I went to my neurologist, and he set me up for a spinal tap, that's what confirmed it.
Okay, and what symptoms do you experience now with multiple sclerosis?
The only thing that I do, I mean, I still remember my way home, so my brain is still working, but physically just little, you know, drop foot. Balance issues are my main thing right now. That's what I'm fighting with right now. One of the reasons that I'm here.
Okay. Very good. So what are you hoping to get out of the MS Fitness Challenge?
I'm hoping, the one thing I'm hoping to get out of the MS Fitness Challenge.
I'm sorry, not, I just finished challenge will help me with blah, 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 okay, so.
Here we go.
Do you want me to say what you just said?
Or what are you hoping to get out of the MS Fitness Challenge? How are you hoping it will help you? And make sure you say MS Fitness Challenge.
One of the things I'm hoping to get out of the MS Fitness Challenge is my self-confidence back, help with my balance, trying to get back. I have a 13-year-old daughter. I'm trying to be able to walk down the aisle when she gets married. So if you don't use it, you lose it, and I don't want to end up from the lazy boy to the wheelchair. So I figured it's finally time to do it.
Okay. Why do you think it's important for other people to join the MS Fitness Challenge?
I think it's important for other people to join the fitness challenge because it'll get you up off of the couch, get your confidence back, and like me, teach you how to eat right, how to fitness, you feel better, and get off, the roller coaster ride of feeling good one day, feeling bad one day. Hopefully this way if you're in shape, you feel better. So.
Okay. Very good. Excellent. Thank you.